Hello, we're back here at the HDMI booth at Computex 2024, and I'd like to introduce Holger from Granite River Labs, one of the HDMI authorized test centers. Holger, please introduce yourself and your company.
Yeah, hi, I'm Holger. I'm based in Japan and work for Granite River Labs. We are a company started in 2010 in the Bay Area in Santa Clara, and meanwhile we have 11 locations worldwide in US, EMEA, and in Asia. And now we are here in Taiwan, and we have our largest lab in Taiwan. We have 9 laboratories worldwide, and we do testing in different ecosystems for high-speed interface testing, HDMI, Thunderbolt, USB, PCI Express, and many others.
Well, that's fantastic. It's critically important that we have full testing for products to ensure they meet the compliance test specifications, so that when consumers buy these things, they know when they plug in the HDMI cable that the set-top box to the TV or the game system, the TV, is going to work seamlessly. So since you have locations around the world, you're able to test products throughout. There's manufacturers in all different jurisdictions, different countries there. So tell us why it's important for companies to bring products and test and certify.
First of all, of course, from a consumer perspective, it's important that that technology works. Complexity is increasing in all kind of ecosystem. The speed is increasing. So we have to make sure that we can certify the products of our customers. Of course, there's also many IOP issues, interoperability issues, but we follow the spec, and we always upgrade to the latest specifications. So our customers can rely on us for the testing and the certification we do. We have 4 laboratories where we offer HDMI testing and certification. Here in Taiwan is our largest lab worldwide, but also in Shanghai and in Dongguan. And 2 years ago, we invested also in Korea in HDMI test lab. And we are on the HDMI forum. We are board member. One of our COO is board member on the HDMI forum. We have a business lead, a tech lead. Those guys have to make sure that technology-wise we are always up to the latest. We join many international meetings, HDMI forum, where technology information is exchanged. And then we communicate that through our organization that they are always up to the latest information.
And that's critically important because the HDMI specifications continue to evolve. New features come out. But more importantly, the compliance test specifications, which are the ones where the labs use to test against the specification, those are continually evolving in conjunction with the test equipment manufacturers, the OEMs, and the test labs. So we applied GRL for actively participating in those, helping shape those specifications. So for those watching this video who are not familiar with the testing certification process, maybe you can walk them through. A product comes into your lab, what happens?
Well, so customer applies to us. We basically give them a quote. They send us the purchase order, then they send us the DUT for testing. And then we look at the specifications. Our engineers are familiar with the technology. And then depending on the complexity of the product, we perform the testing, which can range between a couple of days to a couple of weeks, depending on what the test is for. And there's very often also debugging involved. So we interact with the customers. We also have a lot of interaction with chip vendors, right, to make sure that we understand technology and the changes and the upgrades of technology. So basically, all the customers, of course, they are very eager to get the certification as quickly as possible, and we do our best to support them.
And that's fantastic because, as you mentioned there, it's not simple to pass certification. It's very complex in terms of the number of the tests, both electrical and protocol, and it's very important to have a certification testing partner like GRL to help them through that process, help them debug, and ultimately to pass. Once they've passed that, they send in the certification test results to HDMLA, where we collect them, verify them, and we have a record of them passing there. So just as sort of a final here, so what are some industry trends you are seeing? What is something interesting you may have seen at the show here?
Well, of course, speed is increasing in all the different ecosystem, also in HDMI. So TMDS is moving to FIL, more on the source side at the moment, but also sync. So overall, we do about still. The majority of our business is still TMDS, but it's very fast moving to FIL. And of course, the speed is increasing 60 hertz to 120 hertz, refresh rate is increasing, and HDR is some of the functionality or VRR and DSC. So we are trying to stay on top of all these technologies, and we see also that 1080K is of course moving to 8K, right? So
yes.
Speed and is everything there, yeah, and quality of the displays, of course.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for stopping by the HDMI booth here at Computex 2024, and wish Granite River Labs continued success, and thank you for being such a strong testing partner, authorized test center for HDMI.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.